State Legislative Council election. Electors registration for graduates constituencies. Disclaimer. This training material is for use in training of election officials. It should not be referred as guidelines of ECI. In case of any variance in this training material, the ECI guidelines or rules or laws shall prevail. Learning outcomes. At the end of the session, the participants will be able to understand the elections to State Legislative Council, cite the electors to State Legislative Council, explain the types of constituencies of legislative councils, discuss the registration procedure for graduate electors, know about the electoral roll for graduates constituencies. Electors to State Legislative Council. Elections to the State Legislative Council are done by members of the Legislative Assembly. Electors form council constituencies. Elections from council constituencies include elections from local authorities constituencies, elections from graduates constituencies, elections from teachers constituencies. Manner of elections to State Legislative Council. 1/3 of the MLCs are elected by the state MLAs. 1/3 of the MLCs are elected by the sitting member of local governments such as municipalities, district boards, etc. 1/12 of the MLCs by an electorate of teachers. 1/12 by registered graduates. Remaining MLCs are appointed by the governor for distinguished services in various fields, namely literature, science, art, cooperative movement and social service. Types of constituencies of legislative councils. Local authorities constituency, graduates constituency, teachers constituency. Registration of electorates for graduates constituencies. Qualifying date for registration is first day of November of the year in which the preparation of revision of the electoral rolls is commenced. ERO shall issue a public notice on or before 1st October calling upon every person entitled to be registered in that roll to send to or deliver at his office before the 7th day of November next following an application in Form 18 for inclusion of name. The notice shall be published in 2 newspapers having circulation in the constituency and republished in them once on or before 15th October and again on or about 25th October. Persons residing in the state who have been ordinarily resident of graduates constituency at least 3 years before the qualifying date, graduate of any university in the territory of India or in possession of qualifications equivalent to that of graduate of any such university. The 3-year period for which a person should be a graduate before registration will count from the date on which the result of the qualifying degree examination was declared and published and not from the date of convocation. Electoral rolls of graduates constituencies is of permanent nature. They shall not be prepared de novo before every election. They shall be revised with reference to 1st November of the year in which the preparation or revision of rolls is commenced. The eligible persons should apply for enrollment of their names in the prescribed Form 18 along with any of the prescribed documents. Applications in bulk, whether submitted in person or by post, shall not be considered for inclusion by the ERO. The head of the institutions may forward the applications of all his eligible staff together. A person may also submit Form 18 in respect of other eligible members of his family residing at the same address and may get the certificate verified by producing original certificate in respect of each member. Epic numbers of the electors should be collected through booth level officers for preparing photo electoral roll. Fresh epic card shall not be issued, but epic card already issued in assembly constituency should be entered in the electoral roll of graduates constituencies. A person cannot be registered as elector more than once in any constituency or in more than one constituency of the same category. But a person can, if duly qualified, be registered as an elector in constituencies of different categories, namely graduates, teachers, and local authorities. For example, a graduate teacher with the requisite qualification will be entitled to be registered both in the graduates constituency as well as in the teachers constituency. The electoral rolls shall be maintained electoral part-wise. Ordinarily, each electoral part will have one polling station. Designated officer. ERO shall be appointed a designated officer for each polling station for receiving claims and objections. Shall be of the rank of a deputy collector or sub-divisional officer or revenue officer or block development officer within the limits of the constituency. The designated officer will do supervisory checks with regard to status of ordinary residence of an elector. Additional designated officer. ERO can appoint additional designated officers for the purpose of attesting the documents of the electors. Sample of Gazette notification regarding qualifications equivalent to that of a graduate to be issued by the state government is shown on the screen. Sample of electoral roll for graduate constituencies is shown on the screen. In this video lecture, we have learnt about the State Legislative Council election, electors registration for graduates constituencies. If you have any doubts or queries related to this video, you can contact to the mail address as shown on the screen. For more election related material, you can visit the web address as shown on the screen. Thank you.